It was fun until it wasn't that fun.
Of two of the bigger teams
A little bit
here,
repetitive.
right towards the top.
Okay,
looking a
Heretics
little
on
shaky at the
defense,
start, a couple
Vitality
of
on
our
attack.
glances going sideways,
John Scott with the tier
even in those
1.
2-1
Thank you, the
wins.
9 months.
But
What's coming with
Vitality,
coach
I mean, they
players?
got
Still the
put through
Ascend
their
comp. I need
paces
to
by
get time to do
Fnatic
it.
Suffered a
The
couple
Vice
of bruises
deadlock.
from that I wonder if will echo on here. Into
Yorick.
this though, Vitality of course on the attack, Heretics on the defending side.
Good reaction to losing A probably is the garage push.
Rewarded or even get a confirmation really on the other side of that. Elsewhere now, Vitality's presence will be noted somewhat.
Okay, I kind of liked it. They wanted to have the deep pass and set up and then swing off the contact. It's kind of cool.
Garage.
Who shoots this?
He's got that one. Doesn't give away the game here. It is going to be double stacked though. Durka trying to pry that out. You saw Safe trying to set him up for it, but it's Woot to be rewarded. Takes away Durka, and that's blood drawn.
I have the spike.
Quick pivot towards A as well. Cebu already conceding a lot of the space. Will allow entry at least. Kicks actually drifting up here and perfect timing.
Yeah,
for
it's good timing on this one. Gets the info
And
that
this
the
does
Omen's
feel
over
like a little
towards
bit of
there.
a game of preparation, right? That exploratory mission towards Garage being actually swung in the favor of Heretics, but noted by Vitality, and then that timing on the heads-up work, but a slow creep towards B. But there's a
Diamond, how low elo we talking?
Benji around less would need to alleviate this pressure. Trying to work in the shadows in the dark. There are going to be now threats aboard. It's less. And it's not
Played
clean
nearly
enough.
300
Now
hours of Valorant last year, but saying, does that include custom servers?
Make the kill. It's safe. Less finally starting to
No
fire.
way they win the
Vitality
3v5.
cleared through him. It looks like pivoting towards C.
Koreans nearly catching the backside of that with the Sheriff, but Les will put down a contingency.
That's only
here with
comp.
the
Damn, that's
camera.
loads, man. I didn't realize I played
As
anywhere
well.
near that.
Plant does come through. Moment here for Heretics to consider their approach.
Still got that
Silver
paranoia, right?
peak, mate. I
Feels
could
like
get silver
mixing this in.
with a controller
Does he
in
gamble
this
it
game.
right, guess it right, looking to maybe clear close? I don't know.
Don't even test me.
Not ideal here. Les would still have an opportunity on it. You can hear the Sheriff rattling off shots. They want to try and bring him in, but Les stands tall, stands ground. Boo, nice, but not nice enough. Vitality, I
Ow.
thought they were on the ropes, but that late look towards B was wondrous.
A beautiful recovery after losing both duelists in this setup, which honestly, it becomes, well, pivotal in the pistol round as well. Not just that. Again, making really great decisions. Oh, wow, okay. Didn't catch that one off camera, but
Fair
it's
enough.
safe finding kills like that. But yeah, Les plays this perfectly as well. He's not too eager to come in here and find an opportunity. Allows that pressure to build, and I think actually the paranoia landing perfectly towards backside really just keeps both players in check.
That's a great feeling as well.
The
afterwards.
Marshal on
2 kills
defense. We
going
got
in
the
favour to
4-person
Heretics,
stack
but
over
flip
towards
that
C
around
with a camera
so
to give
diligently.
early info.
Highly impressive. Now, for Heretics this
Now,
round,
does-
it looks like they want to
Do
try
they want to give it
all the
away?
eggs
Wait,
in.
do they really just prod
Reserve
over towards
basket.
C on every
4 of them
eco?
here. And the first couple of fights go down. Vitality cleanly
Looks like they
clearing
do.
things up. No sweat about that. But spotting Boo and Woot, you're thinking, that's probably a stack.
I have the spike.
Certainly indicative here, but Vitality don't want to take any risks. Stacked up now
Les
is
is
fine.
value. Yeah,
Actually,
Les is so good to watch, man.
potential here for
Good in for any
to
Liquid
get
Academy
ahead of this,
screams?
maybe
Nah,
have
only the one game that we did.
another
That was
shot at
ages ago.
things, but window quickly closes now.
Looking for the minor victories here. Oh, a nice attempt by Riens there. Love the little control, but this is clean from Vitality. Methodically working out the map, and again, they've been one of the teams who've really become a bit of a beacon on this map, one to look at, taking on that Fnatic-esque comp and making it look even stronger. But now, Benji, nice. There's a couple more of those, though. I couldn't quite tell.
Hey,
the
nicely
flash.
done
Nice
from
Durka.
Durka as well.
Solid from
Gets
Vitality,
his ult
only
into the
losing
first
one.
big buy
Nice
rounds.
from Durka. Already got the ultimate online as
Yeah,
well, which
he's
is
in a really good
huge
spot.
tool to bring into round 3. Potential here. Set Vitality up for further success early on here. Again, great read from Heretics. Again, they wanted to try and get ahead of this to maybe do some financial damage.
One more. Nice.
Yeah, just calling out one more for the ultimate as well. Potential here to build around that, whether or not Durka's going to
What is the set strat with the ult?
just wait for some confirmation. on the
Normally they
other
go
side
for
of
some
things.
kind of C split.
Again, in terms of, well, as good as a full purchase here. It's
Okay,
two bulldogs
so
coming into things.
A pressure. Oops. A pressure.
Necessarily want to make any
Info.
rash decisions.
Throwing over towards mid. They know they create pressure here, they create pressure here, and middle, so now they're ready for the C split. So they still go for the same set strat that they want to do, but this time they're actually creating pressure over towards A.
Pressure.
They did clear it pretty early,
Get out of
Heretics.
garage for now. Durka spotting out the rest of Heretics. And it looks like a time for a commit here.
Big flash.
Already going to be supported by the rest of the flood going through garage and up C long, but it's going to be a battle of this site. They're not willing to give it up completely.
Ooh.
And it looks like Vitality disengaged.
This is weird.
They've actually peeled away.
Now what?
Yeah, a little strange considering it seemed fairly comfortable to commit behind
Fake
Dirk's
TP
ultimate,
over
but
towards B when they don't have any
maybe saw
info
something
here.
they didn't
They
like.
cut sound and then they just re-exec over
Once
towards
again,
C. They don't have too much.
sound, allowing
They
that
kind of
pressure
just
to
got a
build,
flash aim duel.
waiting or anticipating a rotation.
The pressure over
Going
towards
out
B
there.
was
It's good
nice
to see on the
though.
minimap
20
here, though.
seconds. Dude, they gotta
Still a
go.
few
As
bodies
we can
over
see on the
C
minimap, they kind
side
of owned
the
it,
map,
but
an exploration towards B, Lauren.
And I guess this is standard protocol, right? Re-clear some of the
they
areas.
wait for the
and
recon.
I like this re-hit from Vitality. It's showing some fantastic composure.
yeah, it was good.
Going for
Problem
this
is they
double
don't
bump.
have any
Unfortunately
map
for them,
control
though,
here. They got the
it
trip
is
over towards garage,
absence
which I
of any
wanna
sort of
say Miniboo
resilience.
had.
Everyone else kind of looking in other directions here. That
Oh, is
will
it now?
be a little bit of a tell now, but they may not note the two players who are on that lower side.
Actually, yeah, lacking.
They don't
in
have that
terms of
much for the
tools as well, if you
retake.
look at the utility available
They got
for
walk to get out of
Heretics.
garage if they want it.
Might have to brute force their way in here.
Vitality looking exceptionally controlled in this. The smoke goes down, and speaking of control, that's a great shot. Vitality
nicely
on
done.
this double pump, looking
So
so
they're insanely
composed.
calm from Vitality, to be honest with you.
4 feels compulsory at best. And we can
B
hear it in the
hit,
time.
see the double
Gotta say,
cages,
Vitality
get
are
fully
running
out
a
of there.
lovely game
Little
here,
bit of
Mike,
fake
and
pressure in
they-
terms of the
it looked
TP
like
over
they
towards
had
B.
enough of a foothold on that seaside to go for the fight, but actually opted for the more composed
Yeah, it was impressive
approach.
from
Yeah, another
Vitality.
example where we were almost seeing
Nice
like I said,
mid-rounding.
cutting sound, waiting, anticipating that rotation or the over-rotation on the side of Heretics. This time around, not as drastic as previous, but still, they come in here, the second wave or the second hit onto C site. Like you said, absolute absence on the side of Heretics. The thing is, actually, in that chaotic exchange, a lot of utility burnt up. Heretics didn't really have the inventory to do much in the retake there.
Because the snowball. Yeah,
I
but
do
normally
love
when
the
these
fact that they're
teams kind
willing
of
to call
play
that, because our
on
team
what
could've
when
just
these
battled
comms
it
kind
out,
of play,
maybe
you're
take
looking
the
at like
gamble of that
this.
50-50 on the fight on
Like
backside,
it is
but
attack sided.
really love the fact
Yeah,
they're
again,
willing
But
to
yeah,
walk
they have
on.
a chance
We're
to get a
looking
crazy
from
score.
Dirk's POV, maybe we're not catching something there, or
Yeah.
like I said, ahead of the third member, I believe, joining that.
Yeah, they hear quite a few
Would have
going
been
aggro over towards A.
A chance to get behind the ultimate.
Prodding out over towards C, maybe trying to get the ISO ult early.
And hints of proactivity.
Safe, one away from his
I'll
ult.
say, but
Just wisps, really, at this
just
point.
wisps. The sewer walk up now coming through.
Okay,
And
so
I do think if Heretics want to try and clear
I
some of
do
these
like the
question marks, they are
Vitality
gonna
are doing
have to
a
dig
really good
deeper, but it does
job
get
of
risky then,
defoing
right?
at the moment.
It's that balancing act.
They've been
that gets
creating a
harder and
lot of
harder to
pressure
do
around
this
the
on.
map.
And once again, right place, but heads up work from Vitality. Prying out Boo. This is beautiful work from them. This is probably some of the most clinical, concise attacking sides I've seen in a long time.
Nah, it
This
really
against
is, yeah,
Sheriffs.
it's
Let's
been
see if
good.
they can keep this anti-eco in the green, right? Can they keep this looking clean and well considered so far? Yes. Rienz will want to try and stick around, maybe play a mini Boo, but they're not falling for it.
Really
This
nice from them.
is
They look good.
surgical.
Really good.
The amount of teams
So who wants to
will
get the
stumble
plant?
in these
Because
sort of
Safe gets
rounds,
an ult
make
with the
it a little
plant.
too risky, gets a bit too close.
And
None of that
then
is here
could just
today.
let the new guy hunt.
Really composed and fundamentally sound as
Dude,
well.
you can go for it, man.
Seavod will find another
Maybe
one.
drop the gun or something.
Just Benji left now, Sheriff in hand. An opportunity to, like I said, and the Constellation will actually find one, but
It's so worth. As long as they can hold on to the
further
gun,
towards
it's so
the
worth.
rifle and do any
Yeah, so this is
further
why I would have
damage.
dropped the gun, because then now it kind of snowballs into like a lot
If
more
you're being
damage,
Zerker on a
but
Euro, especially on Haven, you're shooting everything.
Yeah, you are. Anything that moves. Anything that moves.
I'm not falling for it. There was this,
But yeah, now we get another
lovely-
buy
lovely
round for
round
Heretics, and they're up
Vitality, but,
against
Just quickly,
Sova
though,
ult
even
and an
after the
ISO ult.
first contact comes through,
This
there's-
drone
there's
just becomes
no rushing.
insanely
It's-
deadly.
everybody's still shift walking out onto A long. It's like I said, composure is what I'm taking
The
away
Heretics
from these
probably
early
time
rounds.
out, and then the problem is they're just
Like I
going to
said,
go
that could be a
aggro, and
concern
it's
if we
really
do
obvious.
see Heretics start to
They might go
explore
like lay
any
aggro or
further
something.
aggression here. Is, I mean, walk through Sue with one rifle and a Sheriff, but again, looking very, very calm in comms as well.
And it's timeout time for Heretics, and it's funny, I was, you know, doing my deep dive on TikTok, as you do, right?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Doom scrolling. There's this great...
What did you find?
Well, no, it's actually semi-related to my job, very lightly, very loosely, as these two have a talk through the options here. It was an interview with players talking about Thierry Henry back in the day. Don't
Okay.
watch much football, maybe you do, maybe you don't.
That era, yes.
Yeah, exactly. From my youth, which is going back some time. But it was the idea of he was one of the players that you just didn't want to be made to look silly against. It wasn't that he was going to beat you in any way, shape, or form in that regard. It's the fact he'd make you look silly. And it feels like that. And I talk about Durka on this sort of map as well.
Do you think the ISO Euro comp has become Haven meta? It's close.
I'm locked in on this guy because he's slippery. He's up to all sorts
A lot of people are using it at the moment. I wouldn't say it's there yet, but definitely when people have like 2 good duelists or like 2 strong aimers, they go for it. But it seems every roster, no matter how good, will make it work for 1 year and then fall off. It's just different metas. Like, it's literally just different metas, different map pool. That's it. Stuff changes in the game. Like every team, if you look at them, they were always good at this meta. Like, they were good at their set meta. Yeah, teams that are like relatively consistent as well, but there was never like a team that dominated through multiple metas. Just hasn't happened in the game. Like, teams just have really good reads on set metas. That's basically as far as you get.
A lot of posturing, right? A lot of, take early space towards either A main, C long, and they're willing to pivot off the back. They don't overcommit towards it.
Fnatic 2023 is the closest. There's no meta change there. G2, sure, but they still haven't like won anything big. But I agree with you. Like, last year they looked good. This year they're looking good. Like, they're close to it.
Another situation where, yeah, there's Sua's presence. Safe, seemingly aware of the possibility.
So yeah, it's very hard to stay consistent. EDG, I mean, they're just bashing teams that are behind at the moment. EDG did good last year, and they did okay this year. I don't know. They just won games where they had new stuff. Oh, he got the clone during this as well. It's nice positioning from Heretics on this one.
Unfortunate for him here, but now into a 5v3. He's starting to actually see Vitality being handled.
Yeah, this is nice, and they're going to get their own all into it as well. Okay, very nice from Heretics.
Trying to exploit them again.
What's going on here?
Initially, looked as if Vitality were toying with the idea of a pace change, maybe to catch Heretics off guard, but this time around, no over-rotation, not scrambling to re-clear too deep, just a visual check into Garage.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's probably a good thing.
Contract.
Makes it more interesting.
Back in their favor, but wouldn't want to find 3 on the round. Heretics find their first. They're more energetic now as well from Benji. Almost a sigh of relief just to break the momentum slightly. See if Vitality have a response to that. Early paranoia sent through here.
Oh my goodness, nice shots. Omen takes the hit.
Kid on the squad looking sharp as hell, but Woot trying to get back to business.
Contract complete.
Safe to come away from. No chance.
Okay, all good.
Pressure, but it's Dirk to get
Smoke's still there for a little bit as well.
As that springboard in.
Second ult by round 6 for Durka. This time does actually have Safe.
You think EMEA is going to win an international this year? I'm leaning towards no, to be honest, but we'll see. I think Vitality at the moment, from what we've seen, is still our best chance, but...
He's really testing the nerve of Heretics, right? You're down a player, the temptation is always to re-clear, but it's going to be
this is awkward though. Yeah, he's going to be caught off guard.
Do you fight forward or do you fall back? He tries to fall away, but I don't think it's the right call at this point.
Good luck, Woot.
Trying to bail him out, now Woot all alone. Oh, he's in his head,
Dude, Yori is such a nightmare to play against. It was a good shot, just...
The rest of the map, he's not really got much more to say. There is nothing to be done about this. Again, you've got to almost feel in a way
they win one, they lose the next. We get the 1-9 loss bonus. Obviously, we can see that they can actually buy next, apart from like Woot.
Outcome, really, the second they walk down long.
Yeah, Vitality is looking so good in terms of the mid-round. Something that Fnatic obviously ran away with.
When you say Fnatic is better than Vitality at the moment, no, I would still side with Vitality, really. Even though I think Fnatic played great, I would still say it's just a little bit too early.
And you're obviously going to hold on to this rifle here. Although there's going to be a response to, like I said, because outside of these re-clearances we're seeing, we're not seeing any early proactivity from Heretics, but they haven't really had the funds to back that up. We're looking a little better financially now, sure, but...
Why do people only use ISO on Haven? It is good on this map because you can force for a lot of areas. You can also like farm orbs well. But honestly, I think the genuine answer is that teams don't really like to come up with their own stuff. A lot of people just steal stuff.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Can you call me a baby?
And this was used for like a fair amount before this year.
Production.
We need the
Don't
second half of
tease us,
comms there,
don't
man. Yeah,
tease
you
us.
can't leave us on a cliffhanger like that.
We do have a couple ults spinning around.
Yeah,
now as
important
well.
round for
Safe's got his,
Heretics.
We've got Mini Boo with theirs. Waiting to see if that can be combined with anything. But as it stands, kind of a similar beginning here. This default start with the exploration.
Ice on Lotus, yeah, Ice on Lotus is nice. They just recon onto the clone.
Get away scot-free.
Yeah, Ice on Lotus is good. Again, I just think it's like people need to. People don't think for themselves too much. So like this is the comp that had good success early on, and then people had like time to implement it.
More boot. Kind of dipping his toes towards long, but no commitment just yet. Be careful with that jump peak though. Will be noted, and actually curious. Let's look at the minimap. I didn't know if did he.
Dude, I still think like Vitality are doing so
He was
good.
definitely spotted.
Yeah,
They're so good at
100%.
creating pressure
Feeling
everywhere.
this utility though, Boo's
Like
gotta
Boo
know.
is in trouble.
Boo absolutely knows it's time to run away. Just can't hold that sight.
Keep an eye on the
When it's
retake.
being
How they're gonna
flooded
do
like
this?
this,
Two pass and
incredibly
pushing
hard.
behind.
So what's the
Mini Boo has
adaptation?
his
It looked like
ult.
they were thinking about going for a flank, but they
Safe has
cancelled.
his ult as he
Yeah,
pushes
now
over towards short.
feels a little more
And
awkward maybe
they
to get
give
behind
up on the
Mini Boo's
push
ultimate.
behind. They don't break the trip.
Safe's got his as well as
It's still got the
backup plan.
paranoia from Boo as well. There's some tools
So
to get this
ults.
moving. I like this actually. Reading it perfectly, but no
Sure, he
connection
maybe
at all.
delayed it a little bit.
But Durka's going to get his anyway. Minibu and Rien's going to try and bridge that gap, dive into sight. They forced him away initially. Maybe the early burn on that ult could be a
Lovely
problem.
timing off the
Great from
tap here.
Minibu, punishing the spam on the spike.
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I mean they can't even see it.
He's got it!
And this is a nice hander from Heretics, to
Snatching
be
away the
honest. This
round
was kind of
right
cool.
under Vitality's noses.
The recon flash as well at the same time was good.
Oh, on a knife's edge there to try and rely on that in the post plant. It's Minibu to really find one on the way in, and then
Didn't even have
really
to use
nice
the
timing
Euro.
on that
Yeah,
smoke
yeah.
towards long as well.
The flash into the recon was lovely, and they played so heavy off site.
Again, with the
I think this was like one of those rounds where it's like they pressured them. They pressured them so much with the Euro ult that they decided to play like further off site.
Vitality just on the back foot. Here we go though. Woo. Starting to
Dude, I'm looking at Vitality.
bit
They're
of
not
confidence
even
now to
considering
get
this
ahead
one.
Vitality's early round. Oh.
I didn't like that. Didn't like that one
Not
bit.
yeah, didn't even
That's fine.
consider it.
Close. Wasn't close.
Can I get a smoke and get out, please? He does have help here, but Woods,
Hanging around.
it
They
is.
want to
It was
reinforce
time
this.
to get away from this, but now I didn't like any of that. I believe the
Ah.
official term
Yeah,
is
he's-
squeaky bum time.
Yep.
He is under control all the time.
On to the good now. It being less,
Drone
you
to
could
clear
argue,
middle as well to see if anyone's
really
trying to
impact
take a
the way
timing. This
Vitality
means that
have
they can
been
3-pass and stack A for a little bit. Got the info trip.
Okay.
All good, all good, all good! Oh my god, and the ult coming in as well.
Hey,
This
the
goes
dou-
right.
oh,
Zero's in
no.
trouble. What are you
I was
meant
going to say
do
the
here?
double
Nothing.
damage and the
Rien's
ult,
gets
but the
back.
shield saved him. And they got the
Now
second one.
starting to lack in bodies to play. You got
Yeah, this
Kicks
is
and
lovely from
Safe
Heretics.
And, you look at Kicks'
They can get
position,
5 here, they've done great.
Good Lord. Feels like that's a window closing, but they've got to step in towards B now.
Might get the plan out of this actually.
30 seconds left.
I was going to say there's nobody towards A-Link. But Vitality anticipating that there is. Might be greeted on the way in here.
Lovely little jump out.
Trade me, trade me,
Very,
it's
very
fine.
nice on this.
Selfless play from Boo.
And I'm not sure if, again, if we get a chance to look at maybe the player count to see if Durka's relaying some information or if that's a mini-map moment, because you see Boo at the top of the ramp here and completely caught off guard by that. And with Sevo being just behind Durka as well, you'd almost imagine there was one person holding each side of the top of the ramp. I mean, he's not tucked. It's an unorthodox position. Yeah, just here. He only reacts on maybe the third.
Second or third?
Yeah, the third shoulder.
It's like
Unlike
4x3
Durka,
moment,
yeah,
right? That's...
It's unlike Durka though not to be dialed in that situation when he's kind
that's,
of
uh,
yeah,
Let's go, baby.
kind of
Nice.
leading the way
Let's go.
for Vitality.
Well, it was enough of something not feeling right for Vitality to slow it down,
Okay,
right?
now they
Time
get their
to
own timeout out.
hit the pause button because the
I think
momentum
ISO
has
Euro
shifted
be played on
for,
Sunset.
3 out of the last
Nah,
4
not
rounds
really.
now going
You'll see more
Heretics'
Teo.
side. We've seen a real change of things.
Teo should be
That
really
first
good.
time out
You
working wonders for
honestly might
Heretics,
see a
did
good
well
amount of
there, but
Deadlock. I think Deadlock's very strong on
chat
Sunset.
between the coach, but I want to see if it's safe mostly having a chat then. Yeah, absolutely is leading that discussion.
We'll see how teams want to play it.
So
Cypher's
always makes
obviously
you
very
wonder
nice on
what's
that.
being said here, what he's seen and what he thinks will be
Device,
that
yeah, I
adaptation
think people
they
might
need to
try
bring
experiment
forward.
with
They've
a
got couple
double
of ults on the horizon as
sentinel.
well. His was obviously burnt not too long ago, but Durka's relatively close by, as is Sivo. So you've got a little bit to work with there, but we can see it. Operator is in the hands of Mini Boo, so that is now in play. New element to be added.
Right to mention the ultimates as well at this point. Tools available for both teams.
All right.
Heretics kept this first half
One away for an orb, or are we just doing a straight up punish?
competitive, considering how it started.
Very nice
That's
on this.
rewarded here immediately with that investment. Boo to double down on it as well.
Whoa,
Almost considering
yeah.
with the rifle sticking out.
nicely
smoke.
done. No way.
The battle of the barrels, pretty much.
It's actually less to find it. That's beautiful.
Okay, but you got a 2v4. Now it is Les and Durka, right? If it was only a couple other players, I might not be so locked in. But I'm gonna sit up for this one. Let's try to get the read of things here. Now we know what this map looks like, right? It is heavily towards this side. They have the spike. They also have 4 players waiting here. Still have util on the other side of the map that covers off basically every avenue. It would show, obviously, once the camera gets checked, if they decided to pivot towards A. The only thing to get past that would be Durka's utility.
I was going to say, actually, once Les deals with this trip, you can see the TP's left over towards B. Mini Boo's,
doesn't like it.
Mini Boo's. I guess smelling blood
I
in the
love
water.
this. Such a sick fake.
Yeah, this
Such a
is.
sick fake. Oh my god, he's gonna see.
So he can get ahead of the trip as well.
He's gonna get the orb as well.
This is really nice.
TP's nice.
Yeah,
They
you
get
guys
the
are cooking. I love
plant.
this. Okay,
I
plant's
mean,
in.
maybe.
Now Les is going to have to do a lot here, though. That TP's annoying. They
TP's
still have a
great
camera
for
here,
them.
but they're swinging in. Oh,
It's
it's
unlucky.
risky. But this TP might be the end of them. The slow death, the creeping death, a valiant attempt being made. But Durka needs to go nuclear, and it's looking unlikely. They put Durka in the corner. Who fancies it? Yeah, you got to take it serious
it's
on
really
that one.
sick.
But Boo with the trade.
Dude,
Really
form is
try.
nice.
Love it. They're using
Looking
the full
good.
kit there.
Let's look at the
But fuse
vitality
is in.
money.
The
They
Heretics take another step.
kind of just okay.
Touching distance now, just 1 round separating. So Mini Boo and Boo. A solid C-site hold at the start here.
Enemy remaining.
Just catching. Just a glimpse there of the flash, actually. Catching onto Durka.
Yeah, you're all ISO
Really
ult.
well considered from Heretics.
One away from the ISO
Even
ult as well,
Vitality
which
can
creates
find
pressure
farm
over
there.
towards here. So if they did just want to straight up
Not
send it
just go
towards
with
A,
things.
they could. Looks like they want to create the pressure like they're going for it.
Try and sell something
Might even smoke.
towards.
No, okay. Just did the trip. Sorry, just did the shock for the
Maybe
normal
even
trip.
just send some,
Dude, I like this from Heretics though. They're pushing aggro over towards
maybe
C,
shock dart to deal with the trip, but
clearing all of this.
he's on the walkabout.
That's lovely.
This will, yeah. Which bit?
That's lovely. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
But this will enable a heavy rotation
Cutting through.
for Heretics. Actually, potentially enabling a stack elsewhere. Don't see it just yet. Still conscious of progress towards Garage, which Vitality have been pretty keen to establish early on.
This is such an information game, isn't it? You've got the Aldrome finding nothing, and obviously nothing being seen by
Okay, this is
Mini
what they're
Boo.
waiting
They
for.
have so little idea of where this is ending until probably about now. This is starting to feel
We tunnel
indicative,
vision.
like,
They see the
okay,
smoke
no,
over
it is
towards
coming
short.
towards A here.
Okay,
Now, I don't
Boo.
think that they've actually seen Boo.
Okay, they just randomly
so
shot
that
it.
point's nullified. Instantly caught by
Definitely the
Kicks
comms
and
are good
Rienz
there. I
to
think
try
he
and
said
stick
that he
around.
might
This
be in the
is-
smoke.
I don't know if I'd be here, but he's fancying a
Both.
go of it. Yeah, they're
Oh, they
swinging.
go in fast.
Big work from Woot, but Kicks with an instant reply. Massive impact. But now down to the 3v2. Less Kicks and safe. Still alive.
Durka saw him? Oh, okay.
Below, but Bogdan's Law ever proficient, but Kicks ahead of the curve. Takes away Mini Boo, and the precious cargo needs to be kept safe.
It locked
Orange,
A
thanks for
side
telling me.
here. A Beautiful execute from Vitality. Once again, finding value over on this
Okay.
site.
I still think,
which has
again,
been
we normally
the
expect
focal
like an
point
8 or
of
a
this
7, so
opposition.
it looks like we're probably going to hit one of those.
Most attack in general, to be
Just
honest with
depends where Heretics can get to.
you. It's another round, like you said, the information
Save the
game
op, everyone can buy
absolutely
after.
key in terms of the outcome of some of these. But yeah, I'm guessing Boo was spotted at some point from Durka and just the spam into the smoke. Didn't actually catch how it happened the first time around, but Vitality now will
The
respond.
ISO ult for ISO ult. Everyone kind of has the counter with this.
Going to be fairly comfortable in terms of their purchase. A couple of gaps over on the side of Heretics. Potentially in the next, but even here actually. Woot's Ultimate's the only one to work with, and yeah.
Feels like it could be nullified by Sivo's almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Game of the
Oh, wait.
cam.
Cam got shot, right? Recon got shot as well, so everyone knows there's a lot of pressure over towards it. Mini Boo's gonna go for it. Smoke just faded.
Seems to be the response from Heretics has kind of been trying to put this operator in a forward position. So I think now, I mean, the latter rounds for sure, a better idea of what Vitality have been doing to set themselves up. No, it didn't.
Whoa, he's really going searching.
Curiosity, you heard what happened to the cat. Oh, Mini Boo's down. Patience.
Yeah, that's a bit too much for me.
Just couldn't last long
But
enough.
especially
really.
when there's like
And the
not
punish is there,
too much
Vitality
pressure over towards mid, they
really
had
cool under
Again,
pressure.
it's such a slow push
Yeah.
up
Yep.
behind this as well, which will allow Heretics to put
it's a good
I
little
guess, bodies in
bait,
the positions
but
they want to. Less potential here.
does he
Oh, Boo
consider
gets
that?
kidnapped.
Oh,
Oh, hey, he's done with the shield.
Ah, it's
Oh,
unlucky.
nice try. But
Kairians?
Rienz was still in such a great position. He was still down.
Kairians?
Oh, it's magic from
Did
Rienz.
pretty good.
Save brings it down to the 1v1. Here we go. Woot, he's trying
Shield
to
diff.
shoulder it. Shield still on.
Such a shield
Heretics
diff.
taking another step back here.
Great response. We'll be able to recover the operator as well, the top of sewers.
5 on defense.
Said it's that
That's
curiosity
real nice.
from Mini Boo that allows an opening for Vitality. And this time around, you could criticize maybe not moving fast enough to get ahead of the rotation. Previously crediting them for that approach, but like I said, I think now maybe the penny's dropped in a couple of these rounds prior here.
30 seconds left.
See, a lot of freedom on the way in here.
One enemy remaining.
That's crazy.
Just feels poetic, doesn't it? Him
Yeah.
dying to a shock dart.
Yeah, it's Woot really leading the charge here for Heretics to bring this back to a 6-5 scoreline.
Looking like Niels has recovered from his injury as well. It was plaguing him before.
Well, I mean, he was still on crutches. Now,
Yeah,
so-
definitely
was he?
has.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, thoughts and prayers. I hope he's all right. We're starting to get the real lay of the land.
Really?
Durka trying to do what he does best, and he'd been getting away with that for a lot of these rounds. This, however, was an adjustment. We was doing this in, I think, either the previous or the round before, playing very attentively towards that garage side push. Now they're trying to put bodies behind
Nice
this, but
thought.
down a man early.
The change of the double damage takes away the drone. They don't really get too much
So
info
early
over
on in the
towards
round.
garage.
I think previously it was less
The
that was
press
caught off guard
change.
by Woot
Think
and the
so.
walk out on B.
Heretics
but
have been doing a good job of
But
actually
Durka
holding on
wanted
to garage like past 3 rounds. Drone
Hogan
goes to
prod
clear it. They
towards
might
garage.
even get an extra bit of info that they're not over towards middle with this
it's
also.
Boo this time. Way to go a bit. Does he
What does
stand?
Boo want to do?
Does he run? He sticks around.
It's a really good
He's
omen
feeling
flash.
emboldened now. And maybe he's got a little window to work with. You've got to use your utility early, boys. You've got to push, push
Still kind of
me
baited a
away.
lot of
Now
people
look
in
how many
here.
bodies for
I mean,
Heretics
yeah,
on
they
the
got
side
4
ahead
people
of
on
the hit
site.
coming through.
He's
As long
done
as
one,
Boo
he
doesn't
hasn't
over-
landed a shot. Gets a
Whoa.
tag, not a frag, but
That was
he's
nice.
bought
Good- nice
time.
little pre-fire.
Time's the name of the game. We're at 30 seconds. They got to make a
30
commitment soon.
seconds left.
Because look at the control that Benji has
Yeah,
elsewhere.
they're doing that finger cut
Heretics can
sound, but as
absolutely
we
sit
can
this far.
see, Benji went over towards garage when they cleared it with the drone and put the trip deep.
This is how Vitality will win that
They
round
literally got
early
info,
on.
info,
Hunter's
info.
Fury will come through. Will it pave the way?
Rien's still
15
here.
seconds.
Boo's still here. 13 seconds. He's waiting to strike. Still in the
Ooh.
smoke. Oh, it's Woot all day long.
Really nice. Really, really nice from Woot. 6 on defense with this comp, that's lovely. And they lost pistol.
Even scoreline at 6-6.
Beautiful comeback from them. Again, finally it felt they were picking up on some of the things that Vitality employed early on and able to find crucial kills. And what a finish from Woot.
Cyberman kind of tanked one. The guy at the back, yeah, he got a little bit unlucky. No, they did awesome, man. Heretics had a really rough start as well. Like, if they won pistol here, they got so many rounds. Let's quickly mute this before we get wrecked. ISO, yeah, dude, ISO just looks so strong. I'm surprised we don't see it on more maps more commonly, but I do think it'll go up and up as the year goes on. The defense, I mean, this comp's relatively hard to do on defense. Does feel like, again, they got kind of nice maps on this, even though they had a rough start. What happened with Liquid Foot? I mean, Liquid just kind of ran over them a little bit.
Point from round 5, round 6.
They came in super prepped, in my opinion.
Having a fantastic read on the game was exceptional. We said you can't really have a slow start. Well, it wasn't perfect for Heretics from the word go.
They almost mirrored this first half in terms of the end of it.
Their map where ISO could be viable as solo
really
duelist. Not massively. You can do it on certain maps, but I think you have to have a Teo to allow you. Like, if you wanted to do it without comps, you could probably run it on like a an Icebox Sunset. But
having massive impact. I've got to say, Heretics
anything else is going to be pretty hard to work. Unless you do like what Boom do on Ascent, where they're kind of using Teo to clear a lot of angles to get through choke points. It might be a little bit more viable than I think, just purely because of the shield's right click being kind of strong, but it's just not worth running. It wouldn't be good after like a demo.
But it's going to be an instantaneous trade. He's going to try and make up the matter from back of sight, fighting out on his own, but he can't do it all alone. Benji's taking him down, and they have the foot in the door by B. It's certainly not secure, though. Could be kicked in anytime. Safe here.
The great flash. Oh my goodness. Guys, instant.
That paranoia coming in from downtown, it looked like, and Wu just hitting it out of the park. Durka, you got a miracle up the sleeve somewhere here. Gotta say, Woot's been hitting, looking good. On the spike, trying to draw a reaction.
Really nice. Okay, 1-1 for the pistols. Should be able to just run away with this for sure.
Ridiculous from Woot.
Looked unreal. It was so fast. I mean, the Omen Flash was great.
But lands perfectly.
Lovely replay. Oh my.
It's one of those semi-accidental.
Yeah, it is. It ends up being a just insane pre-fire.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what?
He was waiting the whole round to react.
20
That's
kills
so
now.
funny.
Nobody else has broken double digits.
Nope.
The reason there's so much Polish talent in Valorant,
The confidence
I think it's very similar to
to
what happened from like UK talent as well, where maybe there's a lot of tier 2 in CS and they didn't really capitalize on their chances or didn't maybe commit hard enough. So there was enough people that switched over that kind of committed.
Wasn't meant to be, but I'm
It seems very
worried
similar
the
to what
rest
happened
of
to
it was me. I really hope you just look at me with a
to UK.
judgmental glance.
The vertical stream can still see us.
Shout out to you 3 viewers. The dedicated few.
British talent in Valorant. I mean, it's definitely not as much now, but if you look at the beginning of the game, I mean, at least in the EMEA, it was dominated by UK.
Don't even really fancy the odds here of coming through and feeding ult charges, but Vitality are going to just give this one up. I think, yeah, with the ping on the staircase, maybe they're considering.
does snowball. You know, you don't want to, as you said, give away those old points. Should be something that Heretics would love to have.
I mean, yeah, potentially send Minibu or Benji forwards at least. That paranoia lands on the stairs.
Okay, Benji's gonna hunt at one point, maybe? Not even.
He's really going to chance it.
Alright.
Rightfully so. To cue the question marks in chat. Vitality will give it up.
Vintage call.
Yep.
That's a vintage call. Wow.
Do you remember how many Lothar threads we had early on, explaining how the economy worked?
Do you reckon he
And Reddit still didn't get it. Early on.
Those are the days. I'm still online at that point.
All right.
Still in like COVID jail.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
relax
yeah.
yourselves.
No.
That was
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anyone who got timed out in probably Slinky's
Did you guys
chat.
see the NA Challengers game where the paint guy dropped 30 and everyone had less than like 10 kills? It's the same shit, bro.
Damn,
Yes.
dude.
Evie.
My ears.
Even he's getting the shout out.
Christian streamer. Oh, that was a godly shot as well, straight away. Seabot down to 14. You're not peeking that again, are you?
That's moving the head of the snake. Woot will fall outside garage. 4v5 now. Well, call it. A 4v4 is close too.
Yeah, it's a
The
little
damage
bit
done.
rough. Might just be about damage now, we'll see.
With the Sevo. Again, no springboard on the back of that on either side. Reclearance now towards A-Long. But time and space for Heretics to make a decision here. Only real pressure point probably towards Kicks, but certainly doesn't feel comfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable, 14
Yeah, a
HP
little bit
still.
rough in terms of timing as well.
On the pixel angle here, and Sevo's has actually been well handled so far here on Haven.
Late. 5 seconds. 3 players to clear on A.
Yeah,
This
the double
is
damage shock was actually pretty nice though.
30 seconds
stay
left.
uphill, a bit of an understatement, really.
Time to jump.
Goer here. 20 seconds now. Paranoia's crossing paths. but they
No
have to
way.
come in. Get out
No
of here.
way.
What is that? That's cool. Actually, you can take sight
That's
for
so
10
funny.
seconds. Miniboo will just backhand 2 players who are meant to hold this, and now they're a man to the good.
Time to perfection on the back of the Paranoia as well. Minibu going to stay posted up here.
Oh my goodness, nice
I
shots
felt
though.
it for a
Whoa.
second,
Wait, what?
But less is heating up now. Rienz though.
So
oh,
many
nice
nice shots from
try,
Vitality
but
at the
not
end
nice
here.
enough. Kick's gonna come
Heretics
back
will
in.
for sure be happy with the damage
Get that
again.
defused.
Should feel like they should be winning it, but
Stay in this one.
Only
Great
one
damage.
rifle maintained though for Vitality. And it
That's,
feels
I mean,
like
yeah.
as good of a bad situation
Crazy aim.
as possible. So the timing here must have been big. I didn't even catch actually. I'm not even sure actually looking at the assist counter on the kill feed there. Which makes it even more insane that Minibu still gets the second in that situation.
yeah, I mean, I think what happened was
Feels
he
like relief, but that
wanted
is
to
the
TP in
bonus,
front of the
right? That
site, but then the
wasn't
recon
the
would have
full
owned him,
buy.
so then he
This
waited for the
is silver
recon.
lining territory, as you
and then
said,
he
only
just
walking
went
away
for
with
it.
that one rifle. You're not going to start
Not
building
entirely
bank
sure.
off the back of this now. Got to get that investment going. 8-7. Heretics still
Okay,
holding
shock
on to
from
this lead
far
here.
back.
very early walk up from Woot, but again, it feels like it's just Woot here. He's
Huh.
oh god, it feels like a
couple of- yeah,
battle there.
Didn't even hit
A
him.
couple of pings from the long-range dart from Safe as well.
This is nice though. They create so much pressure around the map.
Between these guys, eh?
Again, you look at actually, I wouldn't say broken purchase, but obviously there were gaps in terms of the utility.
Okay, wanting to get info, Vitality
Yeah,
drone
see
over
what they
towards
can
mid and
flush
re-clear the question
side
mark
of
in
the screen.
garage. So, and honestly,
Yeah,
Yora's
they're
kind of
chaotic.
peeking over towards here. So Vitality feel like they clear all of this. And as soon as this pressure goes over towards A, you would
Yeah,
imagine
been
with the
doing
re-clear that
very
they just
well.
did,
Handling
would
the pressure
heavy
coming his
rotate.
way. This time is going to be
Oh
closer
my.
towards sight. Stunner from Durka. That's Woot gone. But how do they read that? Do they still feel it? You can
Yeah,
see
no,
this
I
pressure
think
across
with
the
that
map
as well,
now.
you kind of
There's
think that
pressure
they were
coming from
most
several
likely
lanes.
going to try and
Pressure
pivot
down
back
A-long,
over
and
towards
they are
C.
biting on this
A
one.
nice
Yeah, look
luck.
at the spike though. Take a look at the mini-map.
Still a bit
Where
pretty
they're
heavy,
headed.
over rotate.
over towards C. This is all a fake towards A.
I don't know. I think they read into that a little bit wrong. I probably
Get
would
away.
have.
Scot-free.
Maybe stacked on C.
God,
Dude,
Benji,
Les.
well done. Les is looking
Les
so
wins so
lethal
many
now.
rounds with
Starting
just
to get
his
some
aim.
big impact kills. That positioning from Benji could have been everything. It's not now. Looking to try and make that back up elsewhere. Rienz is going for a little bit of an aggressive fight. Spots out 2. He's done damage towards 1. And now there's a third joining the party. This is
He's
getting
shown some
tricky.
mad confidence.
Miniboo picks up
Oh
the
my
mantle.
goodness.
Brilliant from Miniboo. But still, look at the numbers. Rienz and Boo up against 3. Not easy. No with
Okay,
save
nicely
from
handled that.
Durka, wanting their sight back.
Darker to push down and win that aim draw. He was so
Really well
confident that someone
coordinated
was
to get the plant
lurking
down,
in there.
sell this
Wonder
fake
if that was
towards
like a
A.
little bit of anti that they
It's
did.
a crucial kill, and there's
That they
not
like
really
like to
pressure on
insert one
Benji
over
to
towards
make a move
Cubby.
there. He can
Dude,
sit
look at
back,
it. He
tuck
looks
in
so
almost,
confident that someone's in there.
Be it in window or in mid.
I was watching the minimap as well, and we
Maybe
never
get
like
something on a lazy
overextended.
clearance or just in rotation.
Enemy remaining.
And I like this initiative, though, coming back in from Heretics to try and take the fight
Nice,
towards
good
CT,
shit.
but
Hey, nice. Good
Vitality
shit.
very aware, very on top of that. 8-8 now.
Big rounds money
Some
wise.
noise in the studio now.
Yeah, someone else was trying to do that like last
We've
week.
got a 5 and
That's not the right
3.
syllables for it.
People that
It's-
can't buy
it's not
next.
Vitality, please don't do it. You know what I
Double
mean?
kill trips
No,
on
that's-
C,
it's
and
fine,
they are
Vitality,
kill
we
trips. They're like
support
a
that.
little bit further back than you would normally do.
So you need the URE. Right, direct
Well, they go the kill
approach.
traps.
Okay.
And that's kind of the rounds.
Well, and it was Leicester fully anchor C site here.
Do they give Woot the
completely off
spike to
guard here.
plant?
Hunter's Fury will be posted as well.
Can you find anyone else? Got the C site. That's going to
No.
be put into place.
But honestly, with the
left
2 ults in
pretty
there,
well
no,
reeling
okay,
off
they
the back
did
of
they?
that. That
No,
was
they,
just a very direct approach. Les has been doing
I would have been
some
so fine for them
dangerous
to get
work
the
later
ISO
into
ult and
the round.
ISO ult
They
here as well.
remove him early, but we got ults here with
Vitality
Durka.
realised
Trying
how
to take
important
back
this round
towards
is,
the
so
site.
ult goes
How
in
much
as well.
info does he get? He gets pretty much all of it. Wu trying to do the dodge, trying to get around it. Still takes down Siva.
Durka.
Now straight out on a Durka, taking the back of the site for himself. Leaving Boo in a
Boo's
1v2.
really far away.
He's got to get there quick. There's problems aplenty. He's ignoring one to take the fight on the other, and half's not achieved. Boo is still in with a chance on this. Oh my word! Boo, can you do the unthink?
Reload.
Kicks ain't on it.
Kicks?
Kicks ain't
Not
on
the
it. He
smoke,
had to
though.
refresh the smoke here. And Boo gonna try and get closer. Oh, the shot! in the
Oh, I
dark!
don't know
It
about that
was
one
the
from
rainbow
Kicks,
clutch.
man. There was multiple
down to the
chances where he
wire.
could have stuck this.
But it's Boo to seal the deal.
Panicked a
Yeah,
little bit.
Les just caught in no man's land from this early push from Woot. We've seen him do this a couple of times. Almost bulldoze his way up C long. Durka to find 2 crucial kills on the way back in, but
Let's go!
Heretics steady the ship.
Also,
Felt weird because it felt
Vitality
like
fans after that round was
it felt like he just had a lot of
production.
indecision, really.
Work. Nasty of you. Now Sheriff's Mike. Is this a Shiko?
Looked
Yeah, it's as
incredibly
close as it can be,
indecisive.
Benji, how's the aim training?
One enemy remaining.
Good enough. Good enough.
Honestly,
Damn,
I think they just kind of. I think that is the round that everyone will go back to.
1v4? Have you not heard the story?
Not today.
He couldn't fully stick. Yeah, but
What I made?
so let's think. There was a Cypher ult going, so he didn't want to stick, and then he traded across, and then he could have half, and then then he got half. Then he could have stuck with the fast spam, decided not to, then didn't go for the aim
What
jaw.
were you till though?
I don't know. It was a little bit rough. The reason he didn't stick it earlier was because the Cypher ult, and obviously he thought he was down towards long, so you can't be too mad at that. It's like the second stick.
Really, if Miniboo can come forward and find it.
Stick on the fast tap. I mean, he was Cypher ult. He couldn't.
He's already got his ultimate. so
Like
if
no
Miniboo
one had info on Boo.
really
Like
wants
we
to
could see
find
that he
us,
was here, but he
does,
should
he'll
probably
away
been
from
it.
the ultimate.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vitality going to come back on the purchase. It's for them actually. Yeah, I mean, Kicks and Ness have their ults, but necessarily round winners.
Bro, they whiffed so bad at me, but I also whiffed.
A humble king.
Yes. He's a humble king right there.
Okay, let's see what they
How
got.
do you feel about his mullet work?
Wow, that is a loaded question.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you can rock a mullet, absolutely.
Well, I'm not talking the abstract, I'm talking about Benji. Do you like the mullet?
Yeah.
Would you ever get a
don't?
mullet?
Why are you
no,
looking like that?
I love his mullet.
Okay.
Would,
Steady.
jealous.
kill.
I can't imagine you with a mallet though.
I don't think I ever did have one, to be fair.
They got a good amount of ults to work with.
Never went through.
I had really bad curtains at one point.
Don't look at
That
me
was
like that. You're
not-
really making eye
that was
contact with me
not
saying
a good era.
please get the pictures.
Anyway, 10-8. This will be the one to make things a little uncomfortable for Vitality. Yeah, actually, Heretics almost have a purchase in hand here. Like I said, on the brink of both duelist ultimates.
Okay, ISO ult for attack to potentially make things easy.
Now you want to see an adjustment.
Do they go aggro over towards A to get the ult?
Here towards C side, you do see some
Does look
support
like it.
in the form of kicks. I doubt we'll see less caught off guard again in a similar circumstance. To look elsewhere, they're almost equipped for some aggression towards A. You do have the TP.
Okay, looking pretty free though. Looks like they might get the
Again, possibility
ISO
to
ult.
get a quick rotation.
Yeah, orb taken,
ahead of any
defense
pressure towards
ISO ult.
C.
Got a info trip with a kill trip if they try and go over towards this. Everyone's playing behind the Euro ult for the behind the Euro clone for the ult.
Too far off.
Do they fight for it? Is that the response that Vitality opt for? Heretics
Recon
almost
over towards
anticipated, I
A,
think,
clears, creates the question mark.
identify a little bit caught less. Kind
Knowing
of
they for sure create the question mark over towards long, they
out
group
in
up
no
towards
man's
C.
land. Maybe sensing some of that paranoia on the side of Vitality.
A good drone though. A really nice drone from Vitality on a
I mean,
good
the setup,
timing.
A little unorthodox
Droned all of this, cleared here.
in terms of the trips.
One pass and hold over towards A. Smoke does come up though, but
Give them safe passage.
they're already on a heavy lean. Vitality might actually be in position for this. Blind ult.
Backside
That is-
clear.
Does Syvo ult now? He probably should.
Both ISOs did have their ult, so
Is that unorthodox?
Damn, the double kill trips are going crazy.
So nasty. Such a valuable little player, but the issue in my mind is this spike being its current position. How are you ever meant to get it back or deal with it at 10 seconds? You got to go, and this double stack towards the back of the side. Heretics elected a little too late in the day. Oh! Maybe I need to shoot.
Damn, bro, this got close though. Syvo ended up doing the ISO ult but lost.
There was a
And
tiny
then
window of chance.
It got
Or it could have
incredibly
been a coin
close.
flip. Falls this time in the hands of Vitality.
Almost looks as if Rians is just
He was
not,
on for it.
Yeah, not expecting the third to be
This
as close as he
yeah.
was.
Yeah, they got double kill trips. Oh, it was cross map recon, right?
One enemy last player standing.
Wait, that's an
He's
insane
almost swinging
cross map
onto CT.
recon.
Yeah.
Because that's the
Nice,
solo
nice.
A holder.
Hey, good shit, guys.
But again, Durka did look a little defeated in that before the spray came out from safe there. You know, and maybe it's just focus. You know, that's just blind assumption. But still, this is a very close affair between these two.
Yeah, I mean, and
They're
that's
9 now.
yeah. The concern being it's only safe to hold onto a rifle coming out of that, and we're going to see a broken purchase on the back of that. I was going to say a lifeline found in terms of the round victory, but everybody said Heretics.
The
effectively
garage
having a
inserts?
buy
No,
in
they're so
hand.
fine.
Now have Mini Boo's ultimate to work with.
As long as you're ready for a
With
reaction
the TP
elsewhere, I
as
feel
well,
like.
so still options to make something work. Well, that's what we're seeing discussed now in this Heretics timeout.
Damn, this is a big round though. Damn, look at this. This round's crazy.
Right, yeah,
No one has
Rian
any
won.
money.
I mean, we could talk about Rian's, but that's just it's like mullet.
there's not enough diversity to get on the stage.
Easy.
Though I'm obviously well represented.
I can't believe you joined the board buff gang.
Still not over it, huh? I'll grow it back.
Okay, now as much as we will see, it feels like a little bit of posturing at the start. I pause because there's rarely
Trying
commitment
to
behind it. This is all a big
potentially
show
get
towards
the
C early
combo,
on.
but
Get that ult orb,
it'd have to be a lot in
and
this
then
to get
kind
that.
of rewrite how they want to approach this round.
I mean, safe in a pretty deep position here. Probably unlikely to see him.
Safe needs to make sure he doesn't go down with his Euro ult as well.
This first wave of contact, but to say that actually, now hitting the rotate.
Oops.
After not spotting anything with the drone, just going to leave one player posted up in the form of Sevo towards A long.
I'll handle this.
Gonna have his hands full once again.
Dude, I really thought Safe might just go for an ult there. Following up the Euro ult. He might still do one. Okay, no. Goes over towards site.
But he's got help. Look
Dude, they might even get 4 on site.
Already.
Yoru took the TP, double damage came in, hit 2, Omen flash, maybe hit the clone, that's about it. 4 people on site.
We're trying to lead the way, he's still got the shield there. You're going to see the clone go through, you're going to see Safe tuck towards Graffiti. 4 players, Durka takes the corner, takes the life of 2. It's now down to Benji.
Okay,
The
nicely done
1v3
from
ain't
Vitality.
happening.
And they
Vitality
heavy committed
closing
on
the
this.
scoreline up now.
Heavy
3 on the
committed.
round for Durka. He said maybe looking a little muted on the player
Well,
counts.
that was the important round that we said.
They
We got
did
Heretics
struggle in
down to
that
an eco
previous
now.
Matchup versus Fnatic, particularly on this map. Not so much of an issue here in the home stretch of map 1. Actually, the pendulum swing right back in Vitality's favor now.
Yeah, I was about to say
And
they
a
don't have
true
any money,
Chico.
right?
For Heretics,
And they might
Secret
even be able
about
to
20
save their ult combo for the last rounds. Well, for the big buy rounds.
It actually would.
Yeah.
Like, unreal.
Along with the tech pause.
Don't talk to me about that. I've been theory crafting for years, but we haven't had a tech
Production
pause.
just shouted at me. Alberto's just got straight on the mic.
I really want to introduce the audience to Alberto at some point. It's like
for a
Evan,
TriCast.
yeah, no, and he loves
TriCast.
TriCast.
He does love a TriCast.
And he just went, yes, please, on talkback. That's crazy. Because like Evan's too like mild mannered and calm.
Innocent.
Alberto, nah, opposite. We do this because there's nothing going on.
Not much happening.
Not much happening. Alberto
Yeah, there
just
isn't really
went
anything happening.
past.
Heretics
He's
just
like,
wanted to see
"Why
if
don't you
anyone
guys
makes a
cast? Look, the
mistake.
camera." Brilliant, thanks, mate.
Nice shot, gun down.
Chico off to a flying
Yeah,
start,
it gets
actually.
kind of weird now.
Pause it. Guys, just clip from this point on.
Safe, holding onto the gun.
No more's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's not a second here.
Yeah, you don't hit those.
They're policing the weapon. They don't want any threat to develop.
Smart. That's what you say about Safe.
30
Smart
seconds.
player.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody's shooting the dart, so a ton of information on the back of that. We'll get the upgrade as well. This mini boot to pick it up.
All good, all good. Oh my god, it's not good. It's
Yeah,
not good.
hold
It's not
up.
good. It's bad. This is bad. This is going bad.
Hold
oh,
up.
It's going terribly wrong. Oh dear, I'm so glad we restarted the clip. Durka, can you save us?
Planted.
Save me. Oh dear, he's still got flash. He's trying to just get in front of all this util being just spam.
Oh
Boom.
boy, what a rough
The
one from
1-2
Vitality.
step for the pace
They got a
safeguard
couple of really
rookie.
rough ones in there.
Of course they do that.
Nice shots from Boo, especially the
That's
first one.
That's really rough. Yampy's in the building.
I do
But
miss
yeah,
hearing
Heretics.
Yampy
I mean, this is. How did he even find this open?
I don't.
Again, Sivo just it kind of overstays his welcome a little bit
A
there.
little too risky.
Not respecting the Chico for sure. Actually taking a drink. We need a Chico sponsor.
Yo, maybe we should just do nothing like we did.
Pay safe card.
Maybe we should just do
Yeah,
nothing.
human, but oh,
Damn, force them down to an eco as well to get the outlaw out.
guys!
Guy changed so much that round. It's so devastating for Vitality. Those two really standout rounds, right? Obviously the kicks, 1v2.
What was the plan?
Or I guess it was
Just safe and less now.
The Boo
to try and
1v2.
recover this, and not a great financial position behind it either. Rien's got his ultimate. Mini Boo actually just 2 away as well, potentially, for the next round. That could feel like the map just completely rescinded back towards Heretics.
Was it Benji who said like,
Vitality?
maybe we should
Yeah,
just
they
do
reacted
nothing?
really
Well,
weird to
apparently
the-
Oh, no, not less. Not, oh, I've forgotten about less. It's
Nice
all
shot.
good. Mini Boo's here. He's on the case. Safe did really well before saving a round from that position.
They reacted really weird to the gun being down
Again.
because they decided to
12
smoke
to
short
10.
instead of like smoking this.
I can't believe that works
I
out.
mean,
had to
I
hold
really
it better.
wasn't expecting that to come out, especially after the previous. Again, they're just looking to catch 1 or 2
And
people
if they had
off
smoked
guard
out, they
here. I
could have
don't
got the
even-
thing away.
Do nothing.
And then with the recon, no one pathed over towards default.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
yeah, the flash is ridiculous onto
Yep.
Kicks.
One enemy
You're
remaining.
done. My ult's ready.
But yeah, it's 3 separate engagements
Pull into the
there.
round as well. Oh man.
Guys, let's go! Derka Vandal, and I shit on Derka.
Okay, 2 chances and they
Back, EMEA.
they have the
This is
killer
G.
combo.
This is the byproduct now.
Both
Look at the
teams.
purchase from
Wait,
Vitality.
they What
I've heard the players
happened?
saying it. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
Did they force
There we
into
are.
last
I
round?
said no word, I'll get fined, don't worry.
Why is this so bad?
I can't swear for the rest of the day now.
Oh, no, you've got one. Contractually.
They forced
Stingers.
at
It's
11-10?
literally Durka to be the one to watch
Why?
it. Yeah, we do still have the Guardian as well with Les and a Sheriff with Sivo, but that's kind of where we're sitting. And I've got to say, EMEA's gone slowly but surely better with Stingers. We're not NA yet, but Yampy made it look good. I'm really over
Yeah, we got like a couple of
Yampy made
people that
look
make
good.
it look alright.
I mean, Sivo's still shouldering long here. Call it dancing with death. As mini boot. Got the old
I mean, they
try
can all off
and
of
push
it,
out some
off the
information.
info.
That's
Here we
Fury.
go.
On the backside of that as well, Rien's
Yeah.
will connect.
Oh, whoa, that was kind of smart. What the hell was that from Kicks? Realized the Euro's going to check him. He Omen ulted and then cancelled it, so they don't realize he's on short. Oh, it was a nice idea, though. I liked it.
Drive-by. Gonna take away Kicks. Safe, desperate to get something back here. Takes away Woot. Durka pops the ult there. Back in. 20 seconds and Spike was loose. Back into hand now. Re-ends with a sharp shot. Takes away Safe. Durka trying to do everything, but it's on less than a 1v3.
Spike
Love a
planted.
better gun, but he may not get the chance to get the upgrade. One tuck towards Graffiti. Heard the
Yeah,
DB
I mean,
on
this is
site.
just contact
Try and
double swing.
dismantle this crossfire. Oh, it's not
Okay,
looking
nicely
right
done from
for
Heretics,
Boo
especially
there.
Boo. Boo won him a lot of rounds here. He won them that big eco, he won them that
Heretics
1v2.
towards the end, really outdoing
Very, very nice.
Vitality.
Obviously, Wu was the main guy in terms of all that, the fragging over the whole map.
To
But
suffer this loss and a brilliant course correction.